Welcome back everyone. As you know, I'm from Portugal and my club is Sporting, so I'm really used to see players leave to big clubs in Europe for a lot of money. Almost every single summer, just not Sporting, but Sporting, Porto, Benfica, we see at least one player leave to a big club in Europe for a big amount of money. Even in Sporting, you can see in the last couple of years, Ugarte, Matheus Nunes, Mendes, Porro, all those kind of guys, we've seen them leave for big money, for big clubs, and we are always getting bombarded with transfer rumors every single summer about players going to big clubs. Like Sporting, we see almost every single year rumors about Ignacio de Mondia. We know she's got a whole saga about Jokeres, Wilson Edwards, Pedro Gonçalves, a lot of people, a lot of teams are interested, and we have to kind of deal with that kind of transfer rumors every single summer. We kind of got used to it. And I get really angry when I see people say that players that are going to the Portuguese league just don't have the quality to do well in the big leagues. Because whenever a guy goes for big money to like a Premier League club, for example, from one of the three clubs, a lot of people are gonna say that he hasn't proved anything yet. He's only playing well because he's playing in Portugal. The competition is way easier, way lower, which I can agree with. But the Portuguese league, in terms of just outside the top three or top five clubs, there's not a lot of quality there. But that doesn't mean our players are bad. So that's why I'm here today. I'm going to showcase all the talent we have in Portugal, all the talent that we have in our top three teams, and maybe some teams outside of that top three. I'm going to tell you why every single top team should shop in Portugal. Now, starting with Sporting, we can start from defense. We have Ignacio de Mondia, two of the probably best young center backs in football. Ignacio has been on the spotlight for quite some time now. When he first came into it was 2021, was the first season that Sporting won the title. He went really up in terms of his performance and market value, and now since then set that as Sporting, but there's always some rumors. I know, like this summer especially, the rumors about Liverpool and United, those are the two main clubs. So he's a very good player. He's now breaking at Portugal starting 11, and I mean, next summer I won't be surprised if he leaves. And then on the end, you also have Ousmane Dembélé, who was also heavily linked to Arsenal this summer. Dembélé is more for raw talent. He only joined Sporting like a year and a half from second division team, and he's done brilliantly since then. I think his improved a lot, and now with Coates leaving Sporting, Diamande has taken a bigger role. I think he's improving a lot. And there's also a guy I want to talk about, Eduardo Quaresma. He's also been getting to the spotlight this year, and he also might be on some type of rumors in some time, so you have to be careful of that. Look at the midfield, you have Usman, who is a great player, great midfielder. He's been here for a year, but some case with Jokeres, I think he can easily leave in a year. He's a great player, he's a very all-round midfielder. When you think about all-round midfielders, Usman is your man. He can play 6, he can play as 8, he has very good passing, he can shoot from long range very well as he did in the Euros. He can defend really well, tackle well, so he's got everything you want in midfielder. And also I wanted to give a right wing back. I mean, he was a winger, he's now playing right wing back. Giovanni Kinda, only 17 years old, and he's been doing a brilliant job at Sporting this year. Now I'm going to attack, obviously you have your usual Marcus Edwards, who has been kind of going down of performance, so I don't think is a great transfer guy to look at. Pedro Gonçalves last year, he kind of brought back his prime form, and he's done a brilliant job. I think a lot of people should look at him. Kind of number 8, number 10, can create a lot. It's a very good technique. And also Trincão, if you don't know Trincão, it's a guy who Barcelona signed a few years ago from Braga. He did not perform well. He went to Wolves on loan, did not perform well, and he's now here at Sporting, and he's been doing really well this season. But the main one who everyone knows about is Vitor Gyökeres. I mean, every single football fan in the world must have heard Vitor Gyökeres' name the last year, because what he's doing is some terrific stuff. When you think about strikers, you think about maybe the deep line number 9, target forwards, just all the type of strikers you can think. Gyökeres can be that striker because he has very good dribbling. He can beat anyone 1v1 with his dribbling and physical. He can be a target forward because a lot of times for Sporting, he is the main counter-attacking threat. A lot of games, Gyökeres is used as a counter-attacking threat, and he's maybe the only one that Sporting uses in that kind of way. So he's very physical, he has a very good link-up play, so he can create very well in terms of dropping deep, making some very good passes, and he can score very well. He can get in positions that a lot of people can do. So he can do everything you want in a striker. And to have that just in like a tall, big mode of a player is just incredible. Just looking at the stats, I'm gonna check here his stats. They are just out of this world. Looking at just like this year, let's see here. So from this year, he has 11 games, 12 goals and 3 assists, which 15 goal contributions, 11 games is just out of this world. And looking at last year too, he played about, let's check here, 50 games, and he scored 43 goals and 15 assists. That's 58 goal contributions in 50 games. And that's just out of this world. There's not a guy who's producing this at the level he is. I mean, he's doing this in Portuguese League, he's doing this with Sweden in international level, he's also doing this at Champions League. If this year's Champions League against Lille, I think he scored against Lille in the first round Champions League, if I'm not afraid. Yep. And against, second game against, what was it again? PSV or Feyenoord, it didn't really score, but he's still a very good guy. And if a club wants a striker, he's the main guy you need to look at. Now going on to Porto, first off, the goalkeeper they have, Diogo Costa, is maybe the best goalkeeper outside top 5 leagues, and maybe like top 5 goalkeepers in the world already, because he can do everything you want in a goalkeeper. Again, all around us, that's what we want in a player, and Diogo Costa as a goalkeeper also offers that. I think last year when United were looking for a goalkeeper, I always said that Diogo Costa was the guy you should look at, because he can defend pretty well, he makes some very good saves. I mean, I know against United didn't really have the best game, but if you look at the overall games of him and how he's been played the past couple of years, he's been great. He's been a great shot stopper, and he's not only that, he can play very well with his feet, and he can also sweep. So he's got everything you want in a goalkeeper, everything that in modern football requires you to do in a goalkeeper. And I don't think I don't think Portugal is going to ask a lot of money off of him, so I think it's also pretty affordable. So I think this year is going to be his last year with Porto, because the next year, if someone don't snap him up, I think with the goalkeeper market is a bit dull. I don't know why, because Diogo Costa is the guy they're looking for and is right here available. Then going down to the squad of Porto, in the defense we have João Mario, a good right back. I mean, nothing special, but it's a good right back who, if he keeps improving, he can really go with a big move. And midfield is where you have the best talents. You have two guys, which is Alvaro Varela and Nico Gonçalves. Alvaro Varela, Argentine, the guy, very, very good. Plays kind of number 6 role in that. He's 23 years old and just an amazing player. I know from watching Portugal Sporting a lot of times, I know that this guy is great. He can defend pretty well, can do everything he wants in the field. But a better one is Nico Gonçalves. If you recognize his name, because he came from Barcelona a couple of years ago, he's now at Porto. He can play almost every single position in the midfield, and he's only also 22 years old, from Spain, and it's got the level of technical ability they would expect from a guy that did play at La Masia at Barcelona. So if you're looking at a guy who can really pass the ball and have the ball in his feet in midfield, Nico Gonçalves should be a guy you're looking at, because he has a lot of quality in the midfield and is an absolute maestro, as you'd expect from La Masia graduates, honestly. Then going to attack, I mean, Jan Caldeano was a good player. He kind of through ups and downs with Porto. He's kind of been inconsistent, but the main guy in Porto's attack, he did arrive this year from Atletico Madrid. He did spend last year on loan. He almost had a move to Chelsea, but he kind of broke down the last moment. His name is Samu Amardion. He's an amazing player. When you think about the Joker's impact he had in the league, he's probably have it again right now. Because this man, he has 5 games in the league and he scored 4 goals. Yeah, all competitions he has 7 goals in 7 games. And this guy, when he arrived at Porto, I was surprised because I knew the hype around him. I knew that Chelsea wanted to buy him, so I knew that the competition for him would be tough. But Porto managed to snap him up for quite a good money too. And I mean, it's just been tearing up, That's kind of what you expect from a player like him, very physical guy, a guy who can score pretty well, a classic number 9. I mean, it's just very tall too, very physical. He just has the goal scoring instincts you want in a striker, and he has a very natural ability to score. If you watch the game against Man United, he scored 2 goals against United, so he was kind of the main guy in that game against them. and he played really well. I mean, it's just terrorizing their old defense. Honestly, I don't think United is really that good. But for him to be doing this in his first kind of European games against United, scoring 2 goals, one header and one big bullet shots, it was incredible to see him play against United. Again, Gyökeres, he might be the best striker in Portugal. Samu is, I mean, in a couple of months, he's going to be right behind him. There's going to be some very tough competition for Gyökeres to be the #1 spot. So look at Benfica, obviously in goals, another guy who I want to highlight, Trubin from Ukraine, he arrived here also a year ago. I mean, it's pretty good, maybe not as good as Costa. Also a guy to keep your eyes on because he's a very good talent. And if he continues developing the way he is developing, he could be a very good goalkeeper. Benfica is a very known team having good goalkeepers. You have Ederson and Novak, and that's like the main guys. We also have some very good iconic guys like Julio Cesar also play at Benfica. I'm not really thinking about who Lago Dimos, also at Premier League now, also played here. So they have a rich history of developing good goalkeepers. Going in defense, you have obviously the name that always pops up in Benfica, Antonio Silva. The centre back is kind of been going through a down right now. He's not playing maybe as he should have. Development's not going as good. But I mean, if you give him time, he's going to develop into a great player. And right behind it is Tomás Araújo. I think it was selected right now his first international caliber for the Portugal national team. Also a very good guy, they're very young too, so again, might be another centre back that's going to come up to Benfica. And that defense, that's also another name I want to highlight, the right back, Alexandre Ba. He's been here for like 2 years now, and he's playing very well. I mean, it's just a solid fullback, and I think he's also going to get a big money move in some time. Then looking at midfield, they have Florentino Luis. One thing last year I wasn't really up on him, but now with the new manager coming in, because Roger Smith was fired, Bruno Lage came in, ex-Wolves manager. As you might know, Florentino Luis is kind of starting to play very well within the system. And I think also it's a guy that you should keep your eyes on. Again, Benfica have a lot of good midfielders, and Enzo Fernandes and a lot more. João Neves too. Florentino Luis might be the next one, and aside there, maybe the best midfielder in Benfica. Koksu. When he came to Benfica, again, same case as Samu, I was very surprised that Koksu actually went to Benfica because I knew a lot of the competition was around him. I knew also a lot of teams were after him, and for him to come to Benfica was a huge move for them. First season with Roger Smith did not play that well, had a public fallout with the manager, but now with Bruno Lage also coming in this year, he's really been playing well, and you can see the quality is outside. I'm gonna bet on that's be the next guy to get a big money move out of Benfica. I think Koksu. Right now, I think him and one other guy I'm gonna talk about, those two are probably the main guys to look at. And that guy I was talking about was just arrived at Benfica this summer. And again, same thing as Samu. He's been playing really well now. Kerem Aktürkoğlu. I know. I think I butchered his name. Kerem Aktürkoğlu. That's right. From Turkey, a winger who came from Galatasaray. Hey, I didn't think much when he came, but he's been playing very well. Again, four games so far in the league, 2 goals, 2 assists. He's been great. Against Atletico Madrid, the Champions League, also scored. Against West Ham Belgrade, also scored. So he's come in and also done an incredible job. So I can really lie to you. Again, almost every top 3 club has a very good talent in him. Sporting as Gyökeres, Porto as Samu, Benfica now has this guy, Aktürkoğlu, and he's been getting a lot of praise from Turkish fans because they also know what he's made from. I know you have a big fan base there in Galatasaray and Turkey, and he's proving it here. It's also on 25, so not really actually a favorable age for him. So it's not like he's like 29 or 30, whatever. So he's been playing really well. Again, this guy, as I said, him and Koksu, both Turkish players. Turkey have a really bright future ahead. I'm also talking about Turkey having a bright future and always about them being the dark horse of every international tournament. It's been like 5 years since we had this conversation of Turkey having to perform. They have the pieces now. Koksu and Aktürkoğlu, they are amazing players. And I think like in a year, maybe half a year, 2 at most, Turkey's gonna have some very good players in them. and secondly Benfica. So again, as I said, Portugal has a lot of talent. If you want quality games, watch Portuguese football. I know a lot of people who have watched Portuguese football and really got surprised with and amazed by the quality that mainly our top three clubs play. I know that's a big gap now more than ever, from the top three clubs to the rest of the league, probably because of financial situations and everything. But trust me, Portugal, you should look at them.